Nigerians, I want to thank you so much for your responses against the killer terrorists that we have in our country. And I want to thank you so much also for your responses against the Ruga settlement and also the several injustices. I appreciate the response across the globe, from Europe to America to Asia, right back into Africa and into Nigeria. We've seen massive responses from all across the country, and also the suspension of the Ruga program. And at this particular time, I appreciate you Nigerians for honoring Pastor El-Buba, and I thank you that I've seen the protest that is going on. But at this particular time, I want to address you that we all as Nigerians must put things in the proper perspective. I believe that Pastor El-Buba or the RCCG, where the protest is taking place, is not the right place for you to go make your protest. I believe that it is time that we make our protest to the federal government of Nigeria. It is the responsibility of the government to make sure that there is justice, there is fairness, there is equity. The abomination that is going on in our country, it's not by a pastor or by an imam, it is by the president of Nigeria who should take responsibility of what is going on. I've seen the protests going on last few weeks or a few days ago in Koza. People were going to service on Sunday. That is not the right time to carry out such. I believe that. I know the feeling. It is not right for any pastor to sleep with his member. It is an abomination, it is a sin against God, and it is a sin against humanity. But at this particular point in time in our country, we need to face the evil that is going on by an unrighteous system. We need to tell the government the things that are going on. I am expecting rallies and protests all across Nigeria on the right thing, and that is the Ruga issue, the issue of the killer Fulani headsmen and terrorists that we have. It is not proper for people to go to churches and raise their protests. Pastor El-Buba is my father in the Lord, and as my father in the Lord, he doesn't have to speak when his son has spoken. I have spoken to the conscience of the nation, and he is like my Samuel, and I am the David. I have confronted the issue. If the vice president, Yomi Osibanjo, has lied in America, it is not right for him to say that there are no kidnapping or whatever. But it is our responsibility to move, to say to this government, enough is enough. You can't take us for granted. And I believe that the respect we have given to Pastor El-Buba, we respect him as the pastor of the nation and the leader of the nation. But at this particular time, we must put our energy to put this nation in order. It's time for revival. It's time for restoration. And it's time for a revolution. We must change our story by ourselves. I am expecting from all across the country, from the south to the north to the east to the western part of Nigeria, that we must all raise our placard and speak to the conscience of the president of this country and this government, and not rather attacking churches or mosques for a protest. I bless God and I thank you for your commitment to the cause of truth, your commitment to fight a good fight. Let's join hands together to rescue our country. Something happened a few days ago. A senior judicial officer, a chief judge of a state in Kebbi, she was supposed to be the chief judge, but she was put aside because of her faith. But at the same time, she was moving into the court to pass judgment. She was resisted. We saw it. Nigerians need to rise up against such injustices, where people cannot exercise their right to do what is right. I believe that this is a time. I am sick and tired of Nigerians going after the wrong places instead of confronting the right people and the right forces. Let's rise up at this time and tell this nation it is time for change. and it's time to do what is right. Enough is enough. God bless you, and God sustain you, and God watch over Nigeria, and God bring us into the fullness of our time and our season.